Hello again, Domitro, and welcome to another video, and this one's going to be something video game related. But it's going to be a sort of a review of a game. But before I start, I just want to say I hope you enjoyed my previous video I did earlier on today on my my comedy sketch of a Doctor Who fanboy complaining about a female doctor. And I know it was a bit weird and a bit unusual, and it kind of seemed a bit, I wouldn't say a bit violent towards the end, if you would say it like that. But obviously I wasn't trying to do it like that. I'm just trying to do something different. But I just want to say I hope that you do enjoy that. Again, it might be a bit weird, it might be a bit different. But I do hope that you do enjoy my comedy sketch. And I do hope I may do some more in the far future. But anyway, this is this video. And this one is actually going to be a bit of a talk about a game that I actually got last week, and a newly released game. But a lot of you especially might be thinking, what? And this is Dr. Karoshima's Devilish Brain Training, Can You Stay Focused? Now you might be thinking, okay, brain training for the 3DS. I think we got this. This is not a recent game. It is a recent game for us in the UK and Europe. This was actually released last Friday, the 28th of July. You might be thinking, really? And you might be thinking, why is that really? So, the game was originally released in late July 2012 in Japan, and it was released in September 2013 for the United States, for America overall. And we did not get released until last week. And you might be thinking, well, why? There were basically no reason why the game was delayed so many times. We were supposed to have got this back in March 2013, that long ago. And the game was delayed and delayed and delayed. And then it was delayed until the April 2013. Nothing happened. And there was no news why the game was delayed. And we actually didn't get any sort of news until January 2015, when a post was found on Tesco's website. Tesco being a supermarket that sells all sorts. And it was stated that this game was actually going to come out on Valentine's Day 2015, which myself and a few other people, well, lots of people as well, got really, really excited for. Because again, brain training, I was really, really looking forward to this coming out. And I thought, oh, that'd be really, really good. And I was in town that day, back then, and no stores had copies. None of them had copies. And basically what happened was, no one knew when this game was actually releasing. No one knew. And so basically that didn't happen. And we didn't get any news in 2016 until the recent Nintendo Direct, where we got an announcement of this game finally after 4 years, and it finally came out. So it's definitely been a bit of a roller coaster ride for this game for us in the UK and Europe, but I'm glad that we finally got it after so long. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts of the game and stuff. So far for what I've been playing, because I've been playing bits of it during the week since last Saturday. I'm loving the game so far. I think for what they have in the game, it's absolutely amazing. Fun as heck, and it's quite actually enjoyable and a little bit challenging. The thing I've been playing a lot is the Devilish Calculations, where obviously the Doctor turns into a Satan-like character, and basically explains why we need brain training, you know what I mean? I don't mean to point my finger. Basically, that's basically what the part of it is. And you just go through, a series of, equations, numbers, memorization, that sort of stuff. And it's really, really good for what they did. I've been playing a lot of the Devilish Calculations, which is absolutely amazing. Especially with me, I've always loved my numbers. It's been a thing I've always loved. And some of it is hard, some of it a little bit easier. But you definitely, it definitely gets your brain thinking, as I said in the title, brain training. You know what I mean? And I quite like that. I think if you just want to have a bit of a think, just want to sit down, have a bit of a think, brain training is well worth playing. You know what I mean? Even the games on the DS, and even if you're on the DSi, are really, really affordable. Like Brain Training and is it More Brain Training? 'Cause it's called Brain Age 2 in America. They're both 50 pence. They're really, really cheap and affordable if you want to get into it. So I would definitely recommend these games. Well worth it. But the one question I do have on my mind is, was the game well worth waiting for? And this is where my mind kind of changes for this. On one side I'd say yes, but on the other side I'd say no. Is the game is the game good? You know, I know it's a sort of educational game. Was it worth the wait though? I really don't think so. I think this should have been released a lot sooner. And I remember before this game was even announced for us, I was actually thinking about importing a 3DS and a copy of the game from the United States just to play it. Which sounds a bit, you know, crazy. But I just wanted to play the game so badly. And with games like the Nintendo consoles, or even Nintendo games in general for the UK and Europe, it's always a very strange question to ask because not every game gets released for us in our region, which is a bit unfortunate. I know there was Kirby Dream Collection for the Wii that was released in Japan and America. I wanted that so badly, and it never ever got released. So the way that I can actually play that is if I mod or hack my Nintendo Wii and then import a copy. And I don't want to do that just to play one game, you know what I mean? That's a bit of a shame. And another game that I wanted to play was, I forgot what it's called now, Excitebots Extreme Racing, which is obviously a racing game. It's part of the Excite Truck series, you know what I mean? And I remember when I saw that game back in 2009, I was looking forward to that game. It just looked so amazing. And at the time I was watching a YouTuber called We Folder Josh. He was called The Bit Block. And he talked about this one game, Josh Thomas, the man who's called on it. He talked about this game called Excitebots Extreme Racing, which was announced to be released in August of 2009 for America. And there was no European or Japanese date. And we actually never got the game. And it's one of the best games that was never ever released over here. It was released digitally on the eShop for the Wii U in the United States. And when that was announced, I thought, oh, I can't wait for this. It never ever got released. What I did hear was that Nintendo of Australia was planning to release the game. But basically what happened was there was a lack of demand for the game and they just cancelled it, which is absolutely insane. You know what I mean? That is one game I'd love to play so badly. But it's never going to come over here, which is a bit of a shame. It really is. So, I would definitely recommend it if you want to play the brain training games. Like I said, it's £25. You can get it digitally as well. The first two on the DS are really affordable, like 50 pence. You know what I mean? Literally 50 pence. Well worth playing. You know what I mean? If you want a bit of a brain exercise, just want to sit down and play some, play it. It really helps. You know what I mean? It's really enjoyable and interesting. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and my next video will actually be uploaded on Tuesday. But I will be doing a video on Monday talking about my thoughts, opinions of my comedy sketch. So I just want to say I hope you look forward to that video on Monday and my other video on Tuesday. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video as well as the previous one I made earlier. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.